Libra, hi, welcome to my channel. So today we have a reading for you, no particular subject. We're going to do my version of a Celtic cross. At the end there will be an opportunity for an extended where we'll dive in deeper. You can watch this for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North Node, or if any of those planets are currently transiting your 7th house. This could be for you. You know the drill. Thank you however you support the channel, very much appreciate it. Cross watchers, you are more than welcome. Message may well be for you. All information is in the description box. Just hit the more button below. Okay, Libra, what is going on? One more. We have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the leader. He's the visionary, shrewd businessman. He seems very proud of himself. Is there an element of pride here? Okay. So he's ruled by fire and air, and that fire and air is that of sulfur. Sulfur is the element of purification. I think you're stepping into it. I'm going to say, how do I want to word it? Oh, I know how to word it. I'd seen it on Instagram. The video itself is, I've seen many times, but somebody's just posted, it's one of my favourite videos of yoga, because it's just this one chap doing a very simple vinyasa, but he does it whilst in the background his body is aligned by sacred geometry, and it's beautiful. And the phrase that came with it this one particular time was, let discipline transform into devotion, and then your life will become a sacred ritual. And this kind of feels like what can be achieved. It's like you can be the King of Wands. Don't get caught up in genders. In fact, you guys are air, so you normally embody that masculine energy, but you're one of those lucky ones where you get to balance both, because not only are you air, so masculine, you've also got the scales, but you're also ruled by Venus, which is feminine, so it's quite a nice little balance. But he's very disciplined here, crossing you. Root to the matter. Recent past. What you want. Okay, what you want is happening. It's just happening behind the scenes. What's coming in? How you see yourself. How others see you. Advice. Nice. Potential outcome. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man, the Hanged One. Surrender, sacrifice. 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. Crossing you is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is Saturn in Sagittarius. It is the world meets temperance. It is a card of... It's overwhelming, it's responsibilities, but there's something that feels like it's, again, something in the background. Your job right now, so the 2 things. 10 of Wands is in a different deck. It shows you the person walking through and in the background there's another character that's got a scythe and he's clearing the path. He can't see the path being cleared because he's too busy focused on all the wands that's in his face. The scythe could represent death. Death is here next to Temperance and the Four of Pentacles. So this could be, you know, death of the old version of doing things. This is the sun in Capricorn, so the sun meets the devil. The death of oh, okay. Clever. Right. I will get to my point in a second. So where I am is not necessarily just here, but it's a Hindu festival. It's happening tomorrow, and it begins with G. I've forgotten the name, but the process of it is it's the festival of good triumphing over evil. Don't have to be dramatic. For me, it's just like good temperance triumphing over the devil. And this is something where you're possibly having a change in some sort of direction. Something is shifting. It's happening behind the scenes, massively behind the scenes. And your job right now is literally that. Let discipline transform into devotion. Then your life is going to become a sacred ritual. For a lot of you, you're already doing this. For others of you, this is where you're really going to step into that role. Root of the matter is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords, it can be a little bit angry, tempestuous, but in this instance, especially with your final card being the Knight of Swords, I'm jumping ahead, it feels like going in order, and I'll get to my reason in a second. But the Page of Swords is looking back. He's looking back on the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of ego, yes. It's also a card of success. It's also a card of putting somebody on a pedestal. I think you no longer put things on pedestals. You recognise leaders for who they are, but you don't put them on pedestals. You take the information that's needed, but you don't put them on pedestals. And something is shifting within you because of that. You're no longer looking at maybe instant gratification, but ultimately you are exactly where you need to be. What you want is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups it's my red thread of fate type of thing, but it's just the way that the two sort of underwater mountains here form the chalice. If any of you have ever watched Da Vinci Code, the chalice that creates between the Last Supper. But ultimately, it's for me personally because I've been there and I did a sacrifice and a ritual for Shiva, and hence this tomorrow being the Hindu triumph over of good over evil. I went to Machu Picchu mountain, and it's the Fishtail Mountain. Very, very beautiful. I'll show you one of my photos because I'm just showing off. I am being the Six of Wands right now. But it was a beautiful, beautiful photo. It was like 4 a.m. No, it was a bit later than that, 5 a.m. I've just woken up, but you can see the Fishtail Mountain. I don't know how clear you can see that. The Fishtail Mountain is one of Shiva's mountains. And in the ritual was, for those that are on their journey, may all blockages be removed. Something very, very simple, but powerful nonetheless. What's coming in is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is a card of Chiron for me personally, but it's the High Priestess meets Temperance. It's the Moon in Sagittarius. It's more just purely because as well, the Virgo reading earlier, I seem to have been influxed by Moonology. Now, the Moonology deck is look at the bigger picture. There's a bigger picture that's at play here, but right now, in this present moment, there's a lot going off in the background, like I say. Not only the Ten of Wands in a different deck, the Tarot of the New Vision was something being cleared. The Wheel of the Year Tarot deck, the King of Wands is in his throne, in his castle. In the background is the scene of the other deck. It's very, very strange. I wish I had both of them with you to show you, but I don't. So it's like so much is happening in the background here, a lot of energy. But right now, you need to look at the bigger picture in some format, recognize that whatever's for you is for you. The red thread of fate is dealing with that. The chalice, the cup, is very much there. The unconditional love, it could be Mary Magdalene, whatever it is that you connect with. But right now, for you personally, discipline. Discipline into devotion. How you see yourself is the Three of Swords. You have gone through it. You know, normally, yes, this is a card of heartbreak, but it's your card. It's Saturn in Libra, so the world meets justice. You've completed a lot of cycles. Those cycles could have been very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. You know, this could be, if we look at it in terms of houses, your 12th house, which is like the difficult house, not the most difficult house, it depends on the rest of your planetary placements, but the 12th house kind of is our karma, you know, what we come in to fix. And that being in Virgo rules duty, you know, perfectionism, health. There could have been all these different things that you've had to go through in your life that have been challenging in some format. How others see you, the Magician. You have all the tools, Libra, the tools to create the life that you want. Now, this life is that, it feels like that of a leader. It's like your purpose is to step into the King of Wands, the visionary, sacred ritual, like I say, something that's just perfectly balancing on passion, creativity, purpose, and confidence. Your advice is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the spark. Only you can do it. All aces are potential. Don't look back. What if? Don't look back saying, you know, oh, I could have done this, but you didn't. Don't look back saying, what if? There's a situation here where you're expanding beyond measure, which is fantastic. Your outcome, the King of Pentacles. He is the final card of the tarot. He is stable, he is solid, he has his feet on the ground, but he's worked for this power. The Three of Wands, the Sun in Aries, it's a card of expansion, it's a card of growth. It's the writer's card. You could be a writer. It could be just whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe travel's involved next. He's looking at an aeroplane in the background. And then the outcome being the Knight of Swords is just here to say you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Because in the Angel of the Tarot, number 12 and 13 is May. May is when this reading's for. Number 12 is roughly like the 15th. I'll tell you exactly. But yeah, number 12 is the Page of Swords. Number 13 is the Knight of Swords. It makes sense up here. Okay. Oh no, we're jumping. The Knight of Swords is something else. It is number 12 though, Page of Swords. 14th to the 18th of May. And then the Knight jumps to... Why do I feel like they're connected? I wonder if it's the demon. No. Ooh, that's from... It's something to do with timing. Oh, this is the rest of the year. Okay, Knight of Swords, yeah, is number 59. My apologies. Which is the first week of January. Okay, so basically everything that you desire is coming for you. It just requires discipline now. So what, we're in April, this is for May, so you've got 7 months of discipline to create what it is that you desire. And if you can't give up things for that length of time, for your highest good than you care about too much what people think. I think is that a Jim Carrey quote? Something like that. 7 of Cups for 7 months is with the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. 6, 7, 8. Okay? You're on this path to freedom. Path to freedom, but it requires that discipline. Again, like I said, 7 months is nothing. And this doesn't mean to say, oh, I've got to wait 7 months before anything gets good in my life. No. It means to say that you're going to turn your life into a sacred ritual, which is where everything starts to come extremely easy for you. But to get there requires discipline. It requires Saturn. Saturn in its crossing point. You know, like I say, Saturn's currently in Pisces. Pisces rules your 6th house, your daily habits, your health, your food, your what you do for organisation. How do you discipline yourself in all aspects of your life? You have been given the potential to be greatness, but it requires that discipline. Okay? You have the potential here to be absolutely unstoppable if you want it. Okay? In your extended, I want to see what the full outcome is here. I want to see who you become if you get into this sacred ritual. Okay? So we'll take the energy, what we know, what we don't know, recent past advice, potential outcome. We have Jupiter in Leo, Saturn in Sagittarius, Moon in Sagittarius, Saturn in Libra, Gemini and Virgo, Sun in Aries, Pisces, Moon in Taurus, Mars in Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio, Mars in Pisces, Mercury in Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Sun in Virgo, Moon in Cancer, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Sun in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, Jupiter in Libra. So we have Wands, we have Swords, Pentacles, Cups. Everyone's here. Those who stand out, let me know. Take care. See you soon. Bye.